Hi, Bobcats. On this World Read Aloud Day, I'd like to share with you the first few pages of this book that I'm just starting. You Should See Me in a Crown. And it's a story about belonging and what is popularity and friendship. And it's a book I think you'll like. And I'm going to start, um, and I've just started it. And it begins with the quote: "The place in which I'll fit will not exist until I make it," from James Baldwin. And this takes place at Campbell High School. Chapter 1. I'm clutching my tray with both hands, hoping that Beyonce grants me the strength to make it to my usual lunch table without any incidents. I shudder at the thought of a slip that douses me in ranch dressing, or a trip that lands me in the lap of one of the guys from the wrestling team, or worse, a video of that fall blowing up on Campbell Confidential, the gossipy, Twitter-esque app some senior created a few years ago that has become my worst nightmare. I'm grateful that in a few months, all this will be behind me. I'll be on my way to Pennington, the best private college in the state, living the life I've always dreamed about, one surrounded by people like me, in a place I fit, on track to become a doctor. It's so close I can take it. I can taste it. All I need is the email confirming that I got the scholarship and, "Lighty, watch it. I've got a thing to do." Derek Lawson leans into the word thing like what he's prepping for is some big mystery as he plants himself directly in front of me. I take a step back, tray still in my death grip, and brace myself. I know what happens next. We all do. This type of public spectacle is second nature in Campbell this time of year. Before I have a chance to spare myself the very specific torture that accompanies watching a flash mob full of varsity athletes singing and dancing in unison like some sort of value brand boy band, it's already happening. Derek slides across the floor with the type of drama that would make the cast of Hamilton sit up and take note. He climbs onto the long table where his crew normally sits and points down to his girlfriend and my not so secret rival, Rachel Collins. Someone presses play on a speaker somewhere, and that's when it starts. Another promposal. Even though this has been happening at least twice a week since this semester started, I swear one of the freshman girls at the table next to me faints from excitement when Derek begins singing a remixed and prom-themed version of Time of My Life. Her friends are too distracted to even help her up. Prom in Campbell County, Indiana is like football in Texas. The only difference is we don't get our fanaticism out of our system every Friday night for months on end. No, in Campbell, we just hold it in 11 months and 29 days a year until one day we just explode. The whole town covered in a heap of sequins and designer tuxes and enough hairspray to fuel the Hindenburg. It might be impressive if it weren't so ridiculously, obnoxiously annoying. "You're the one girl I want to go to prom with." Derek is belting at the top of his lungs and is certifiably awful. But no one seems to care. The girls from the pom squad come in from the hallway where they must have been lying in wait, fully decked out in their uniforms, and grab their partners from the basketball team. And suddenly they're doing full dirty dancing choreo and not missing a beat. The entire cafeteria is watching the show, and I sort of want to die. My stomach threatens to bring up the granola bar I ate for breakfast just at the sight. Not only because it's Rachel at the center of attention again, but because this public display of, well, anything really terrifies me, even when I'm the furthest thing from being involved in it. I mean, everyone is looking at you, watching you, waiting for you to do something worth posting to Campbell Confidential. The idea of people's eyes being on me for any longer than the time it takes for me to pass out their sheet music before concert band rehearsal makes me undeniably anxious. It's why I never ran for class president or auditioned for a school musical and can barely take solos in band without wanting to evaporate. When you already feel like everything about you makes you stand out, it just makes more sense to find as many ways to blend in as you can. Don't you want to read more? I do. I'm pretty excited. Reading aloud builds community, and it's not just for little kids, it's for us too. For adults, young adults, builds community. You should see me in a crown. I look forward to sharing it with you. Have fun during World Read Aloud Day.
Bye.